time these days. I'm watching the countdown as it goes to 4 p.m. 4 and 7. Those are good numbers. T Desiree, it looks like you gave me French fries. I don't think I'll be having French fries tonight. I think tonight we'll do fried chicken at Popeyes. We do some kind of fried chicken every night, actually. It's part of our routine. I didn't do a Zim today because I don't want my stomach to get upset like it did yesterday. Still feeling some kind of psychic something going on in my mind today. Don't know if it's the energy of the planet or what. We have predictions of apocalypse. Nuck Fugget, you're asking right away the question in the title. We'll have to go over it maybe several times. Embassies are being evacuated because of Iran. So there's a threat of a nuclear bomb coming out of Iran. So we have to debate whether nuclear bombs are real or not. I I used to be of the opinion, well, I am of the opinion actually that we didn't drop them on Japan and that was like a sophisticated ruse to end the war in a way that Japan would be happy with. Like, so we firebombed those cities, as far as I could tell. If you look at pictures of Hiroshima, there's like um, telephone poles standing straight up, that should have been incinerated, as far as my understanding of the nuclear bomb goes. So I don't know. Wade Allen, hey yourself. Hey yourself, Wade Allen. That's a good name, though. Allen. You come from good stock, probably. So, predictions of apocalypse are abundant. This channel is called Lift the Veil, which is synonymous with apocalypse. And we talk about end times here. So we have I was just watching Naomi Wolf on Alex Jones saying that shit's gonna go down. June 14th or July 4th, we have the military parade coming up this weekend, June 14th, and then Father's Day. So I'll be staying in a different town. I booked myself a different hotel room. It seemed like for a Father's Day, hotel rooms around here were really expensive. I'm looking at getting myself like a shared room situation, but I'm wondering what's going to happen when people Google me on the internet and stuff. I wonder if I've done too much. So we'll see what happens. Still thinking of my living situation, but I have to live cheaper than living in a studio apartment around here so I can survive. Be more busker, you're wondering if any shit will go down at the parade. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Peaceful protests or violent protests. So I'm looking at the TV as usual. I have CNN on during the show here, and I'm looking at the protesters in LA. The protests seem to have been winding down in Los Angeles, but they're spreading to other cities. So they spread to New York City, Denver, I heard. Somebody in the chat said Seattle. So, yeah, there have been various predictions, but Naomi Wolf was predicting that there's going to be some kind of apocalyptic events happening this summer coming up soon. But people always predict that. I've been in this business long enough. People are always predicting apocalypse. So, but I went through it just recently when I went through my mental escapades. We are on the brink of something. This is the right time for something, but it's been the right time since about 1999. So, and then maybe 2012, then maybe 2019, then 2023, I think was a big one. We're going through some kind of transition phase where we're being taken up to the next dimension. 5D, people call it. So, Outcast says we are now reaching the fifth dimension of ascension. So I believe we may have gone there. I had a conversation I remember with Defanga, which I don't know if is true anymore on this timeline, where he claimed to be experiencing things that sounded 5D like, seeing things as if you're tripping on mushrooms. Speaking of mushrooms. So, yeah, but the stuff is going down in the Middle East. I was listening to NPR this morning. They were saying that there are countries now that are thinking about recognizing Palestine as a state that hadn't already recognized Palestine as a state. But then today, the United States said that they no longer support a two-state solution. So our position is officially that we no longer support the two-state solution, which is bad. We're too friendly with Israel. And that does have to do with end times because they believe that they have the right to take over the world. So we are in cahoots with Israel. Trump is basically Jewish in a way, but he's also some kind of reborn something. He's from a good bloodline. And then then he married his family into the Jewish bloodlines. So, but he doesn't like Netanyahu. He has a complicated relationship with those guys. So, like, he doesn't like Netanyahu ordering him around and thinking that he can control him. So he goes back and forth with it. But I guess they want they feed off of the suffering of the Palestinians, and they are looking to ethnically cleanse that area. So, and you can hear them in interviews and I think, to be honest, that might be why he doesn't like news broadcasts like NPR and like PBS and stuff, because they actually report on the other side of the Palestinian conflict, which is that they're just killing people over there. So, and as far as anti-Semitic attacks over here, well, the anti-Semitic attacks are the result of what's going on in Palestine, which they don't report on. So, and actually, I don't even know if it's accurate to call the attack in Boulder an anti-Semitic attack as much as it was like an anti-Zionist attack, because he said he wanted to kill Zionists specifically, not just Jews. So, and I don't have a problem with Jews. I've had many friends who are Jews. I like Glenn Greenwald, the gay Jew, even though I guess he was doing meth and having sex and stuff. But I used to do meth and have sex too with girls, to be fair. But if I were gay, I'd probably do some weird shit. I don't know about the whole feet thing though. I thought it was AI when I first saw the Glenn Greenwald videos. And I regret seeing them. He was wearing some weird shit. Like, what was he wearing? Like, what a weirdo. So that must have been very, very embarrassing for him to have leaked out. I wonder if you guys think Israel did it? It was after he called out Israeli influence in American politics. Yeah, I think he was licking on this guy's like black foot, seemed like. William Birkin, I believe AI can do feet and hands a lot better now. It used to be that you'd see like the six-fingered man when you did an AI picture. So I would do some AI pictures and then they would have six fingers and people would realize it was AI. But now the AI is a lot better. That guy, the is it the Door Brothers? They came out with another banger today. It's good because of the music and the content. It showed the riots and Obama and Elon Musk and AOC and everybody having fun and Donald Trump shooting a gun out of a military vehicle of some sort and everything. But it seems like maybe Israel got that. I mean, why would you videotape that though? And then they videotaped him sending a PayPal also. That was crazy. Thanks, Jammers, for the friendly reminder to give me a thumbs up. Friendly reminder to send me donations too. I'm broke ass. I'm a broke ass N word until the whatever future. So, and it's just for food. Like, that's all I ask. Nuckfugget says Sam Altman says we have reached the singularity. Yeah, I believe it. I believe that has something to do with what I went through with my mental escapades. Was that there was that it did have something to do with us reaching the singularity. And I talked about some stuff that was very important, I feel like. I feel like I went into some stuff that did have value about the end of the world and going into the about going into the golden age. Because this particular end of the world with AI and robotics, it is an age of abundance, but they want to keep us in slavery. So that's what I'm here to preach. And they're trying to keep me a slave by, you know, taking all my assets and stuff and having me be poor and broke and not be able to hold on to my Bitcoin or, whatever assets I have, which in the future will be enough if I can hold on to it. Bitcoin and silver, and then some other stuff too. So, but they want to keep us in financial slavery. So it's a competition with the people who control the machines to see who can be the one who dominates. And it's an individual competition between people like Sam Altman and Elon Musk. Like, actually, Elon Musk may have lost it at Trump, maybe over AI to some extent, and like how much his AI is going to be influential. So, hey, Jay Banks. Pink Floyd, Welcome to the Machine. Yeah, that song used to come on at opportune times when I was listening to music and getting programmed by music. But that's exactly it. Another brick, another brick in the wall. You traded a walk-on part in the wall for a lead role in a cage. So that's what we all are. So we are in a cage, a lead role in a cage. That's me on this phone right now in this hotel room. A lead role in a cage where I'm famous in some dimension that's not this one. So anyway, yeah, if I have anything to preach though, yeah, it's about you have to have some kind of assets. Land is good. That's why the rich people have been buying up land because we all need food still in the future. But even that, it's going to be done by machines. I was hearing about um robot controlled mowers now, like even mowers, I guess, like lawn mowers are like Roombas now, which makes sense. Oh, thanks, Kira. Thanks, Kira, for buying a coffee. I appreciate it. Thank you. That helps out. Yeah, if anybody wants to buy me a coffee, go to buymeacoffee.com/lift the veil. You can also go to Cash App, $ LTV411. I also advise you to buy Bitcoin on Cash App. That's a good place to do it. Second, Chris, yeah, I saw your comment. You said you finally found the channel again. That's great. You've been drawn back to it. You lost track. In 2017, they were taken down. I had like 3 channels going at the same time in 2017, and I would rotate. My main channel wasn't taken down until COVID when I went hard on the vaccine. The first thing I did with COVID, I was on I abandoned YouTube and went on D Live. When PewDiePie went to D Live, I went to D Live. And at first I was kind of successful on there. So I was on D Live for a while. And then when I was on D Live, COVID hit. And then I really thought it was scary. It was going to kill a bunch of people, which I wasn't necessarily wrong about. Like, it was bad. The original version of it was much worse than it became, too. It became a lot less deadly than it was at first. Like, at first, a lot of people died right away. I guess it was because they didn't know how to treat it, though, or they intentionally treated it wrong. But I covered it in a way, in the same way that No Agenda TV did. Thanks, Stephanie Negroni, for the Cash App. Appreciate it. You say peace, I say shalom. Thank you, Stephanie. Appreciate it. Thank you. That'll help me buy some fried chicken tonight. Barry Hinton, I recognize your name. You had listened to me for years and then nothing. Yeah, I would disappear from the timeline, I guess. Some people thought I died. Somebody came back and was like, "Oh, I thought you were dead." I guess I somehow would disappear from the timeline, even though I was still doing my show. So anyway, yeah, I killed myself a little bit, well, metaphorically, by covering um COVID in the wrong way. When everybody said it was fake. See, that was the thing. It was kind of messed up, actually. Like David Icke came out and he was like, "COVID is a hoax," and it wasn't a hoax. It was more like a bioweapon than a hoax. Genuinely, it made people really sick and genuinely killed a bunch of old people. And I think, I mean, if it was treated correctly, I guess people didn't die, but a lot of people did die genuinely. Maybe it was mostly due to bad treatment. Um, but it was genuinely a bad virus that genuinely, like, I think long COVID is a thing. Which might have been caused even worse by the shots than by the virus itself, but, um, it genuinely is a thing. I was in the mental institution this last time or the time before last with the guy who said he had long COVID, and he had an experience where he was gonna kill himself or he was gonna unalive himself. You're not supposed to say that, right? He was gonna unalive himself, and he, like, crawled down a cliff in Santa Cruz and was gonna, like, go into the ocean and drown, and he said he was surrounded by like stone people, like aliens or something like that. Sheer terror. Oh, I'm so scared. I'm so scared of you. Your picture is so scary. So, I'm still battling with some internet trolls and stuff, which is like a microcosm of a larger fight that people are having. But there are still some internet trolls who don't like me. But they don't like me because now they're all terrified, apparently. But I don't want to get into that again. We've gone over that too many times. So anyway, this guy told me he had long COVID. Like, I guess this long COVID was making people suicidal. And there's a new Stephen King movie about how people are suicidal and stuff. I think we're going into a time maybe where people are, you know? Like, it's because of the slave system, and it's because they feel useless, I think, right? Like, I think that's it. Is like the AI is taking away people's purpose. So I think that's the trouble with it and the technology. So I'm in a battle, like, or what I see on the horizon, and what I've seen for a long time is the progression of technology. And what I've talked about on my channel for a long time is the progression of technology. And I've talked about things like self-driving cars since like 2019, maybe earlier, because I saw them being tested in 2009 in Silicon Valley. I saw the Waymo cars that people were lighting on fire in Los Angeles, which is like very symbolic if you think about it. They were lighting the robot taxis on fire. So, like, that's what's gonna happen, and that's gonna take away a lot of jobs. A lot of people drive. I mean, think about movies, like, or TV shows. Like, there was a whole TV show about, what was it called? Taxi, and then there was the movie Taxi Driver, and I was just watching some guy on, and, like, so much of America is based on, like, car culture and driving, and it's all gonna change. And people in my chat would tell me I was crazy. And let's see, old man fighting on the internet. I didn't give any information to anybody. I'll ban you. What are you, hoax wars or something? I I don't know how you recreate your accounts. I didn't give any information to anybody. I don't know how anybody found out anybody's information. My hands are clean. My conscience is clean. So, but anyway, and you're interrupting me, so it's very rude. Like, if you have a problem, like, there's somebody out there, somebody got his name somehow, and they're blaming me for it, and they're like, "Oh, it's the worst thing in the world." Like, somebody found out my name, you know? Well, you got to think of what's wrong with people. It's like, if somebody finds out your name, like, it's the worst thing that ever happened to you. They find out your name, and then somehow maybe they found out where you lived somehow. It's the worst thing that happened to you. That's fucked up. You must be doing something crazy. Like, what are you involved in where people can't know your name? Or like, if people find out your name, something bad's gonna happen to you. I use my real name and location. That's why, you know, I've used my name since the very beginning of starting to make videos. And the government would want to come after me. I exposed government conspiracies and used my real name the whole time. So, anyway, yeah, this just self-driving cars. I mean, I think it's going to replace eventually it'll replace trains because they'll be able to go faster and stuff. Hey, Al Shizzle. Oh, you're in a similar boat to me. Well, thanks for giving me 20 bucks. I wouldn't be able to give somebody 20 bucks with the boat I'm in. Thanks, man. Hey, if you ever want to commiserate or anything, you can always text me too, Al Shizzle, 650 gay taxi. And that's my number too, gay taxi, right? So, but yeah, stuff like that, just self-driving cars, and then delivery robots and stuff, which I saw when I was in LA most recently, is they have the delivery robots for food, which aren't really that useful yet. But eventually robots are going to farm. That's what I was getting to. So like Bill Gates, George Soros and stuff, they have like farmland. They have farmland. They're going to use robots to farm food. So, and so food should get a lot cheaper. So they need to find some way to keep us in financial slavery. because everything's going to get cheaper in real terms, in terms of gold, silver, and Bitcoin. Everything should get a lot cheaper. So in the meantime, they're going to try to destroy the earth or something like that, or they don't want as many of us around for their playground or whatever. Don't know. Elon Musk obviously doesn't mind. He thinks humans are good. But the original idea was that there could only be a certain amount of us, like useless eaters and stuff. Like they're going to have to feed us, like it is going to have to be some form of communism in a way, but they want us to somehow be slaves and they feed off of us spiritually as much as economically. Like they need us to suffer. So, oh, there's some guy with a fake name. And you. So, anyway, yeah. So, and then so anyway, that's the future though. But in the future, these robots will get a lot better and they'll be able to farm, certainly. So, but farmers are being put out of business now in the meantime, like regular farmers, real farmers are being put out of business. So the corporations can buy up the land and then rentals like um um inflation numbers came out today and inflation numbers were not that bad actually. Like gas prices apparently are supposed to be going down, except in California, where we still have $5 gas. But apparently fuel costs are going down, other costs are going down. The only thing that keeps going up is like rent. So rent is still going to go up. And that's why they're trying, and we can't afford property. So that's why again I like Bitcoin because it's a better form of property than even real property. Although you do get to live in your house. I mean, if you can afford a house and a mortgage, if you can afford it, then you should get one. But if you can't afford it, you shouldn't necessarily stretch to afford a house rather than buying Bitcoin, in my opinion. So, Nutfugget, did you say it's $7 to $8 in LA? Is it really? No, it's not. I was just in LA. It's not $7 or $8. Maybe some places, but not many. It's more like 5 or 6, I think. Sociopath homesteading, what a great name. Mhm. I guess, does anybody else want, like William Birkin, do you want to be a moderator? Because I know you, or does anybody else want to be a moderator so I don't have to spend so much time banning people? Because we were talking about real stuff for now. You saw it during the protest, not Fugget? Oh, really? Interesting. Shotgun Chris, you want to be a moderator? Okay. You can see I'll make you a standard moderator. Jammers? Okay. I know you, Jammers. And William Birkin? Okay. Add as moderator, standard moderator, Jammers, add as moderator, standard moderator. Okay, cool. You guys know how to spot them. They all say the same thing. They're like restraining order, uh, doxing, whatever. It's just the same person basically over and over again, pretty much. So, but don't ban good people if you can. Just like, but it's those particular people. They say the same thing over and over again. You should be able to spot them. Second, Chris, you're kind of new, so you don't know what I've been going through and stuff. But my stomach just made a loud rumble. So anyway, yeah, that's the future. And that's what I envisioned a long time ago. I was like, oh, the future is going to be that there'll be deflation, basically, but people won't have any assets. So you need to have assets. And so this asset came along called Bitcoin, and then there was gold and silver this whole time. But gold is really hard for poor people to invest in. And silver is even getting more expensive, but most people can afford $30 or whatever it is for an ounce of silver. I guess now I guess it's like almost $40 probably for an ounce of silver after, whatever they charge. It's 36 some the spot price is like 36 something for silver. So, but most people can afford that still, but it should get up. It's been going up. It went up pretty fast within the last couple weeks. It was up like 12% in a week or something like that. But I'm gonna have to start selling silver soon. So I got to get myself straightened out as financially, um, so I don't have to do that. Hopefully, I'll be able to get a laptop computer, and then even if I'm in a hotel, like I might be in hotel rooms for a while. We'll see. But they can be pretty cheap. I mean, relatively about the same price as getting a studio apartment in a nice town if you're in a shitty hotel. And I don't mind a fairly shitty hotel. I'm in a fairly shitty hotel and it's fine for me. It's pretty nice. So, um, but yeah, that's the future. That's the future. Then, so these self-driving cars, well, the thing is like, you won't have to own one. They can just come and pick you up, but you could own one. You could own one, but you don't have to. And probably it'll be cheaper not to. That's the thing. It'll just be cheaper. And then insurance, like you won't need insurance. Oh, there's fake Gabe Hoffman. Gabe Hoffman, I'm disabled. So, but I don't know if you're fake Gabe Hoffman or real Gabe Hoffman. I'm disabled. So I have mental health issues. And I don't think I was crying like a baby, to be honest. We still have t-shirts for sale too, for now. For the kind of foreseeable future, you can still buy t-shirts and those are great. So, and that's a great way to get something. I mean, they're pretty much magic t-shirts. They're made out of magic fabric. I mean, they last forever. I wear them every day. Yeah, I'm wearing my Bitcoin shirt today. So if you want like a question everything shirt, question everything is great. We have a ton of those. If you want to buy them, like somebody contacted me, this would be one way you could really help out, and maybe you could do something for yourself too. Is like someone's like, oh, I might be able to sell them at an art walk or something like that, or a farmer's market. But my question everything design, which was always the most popular design, we did it in a partnership with Last American Vagabond, so they do say Last American Vagabond on them, but they say question everything. And that's always been a popular thing. And it's still relevant. So if you want question everything shirts in particular and you want to buy them in bulk, I'll make you a deal for sure. So we would make you a deal if you wanted to buy them in bulk and sell them yourself, or like pitch them. If somebody mentioned pitch them to like hemp shops or something like that. So we would make you a deal for sure to move our inventory. So yeah, sure, Hinton. Your adult children love the shirts. The question everything was cool. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, if you want to buy t-shirts, we're still promoting t-shirts too. So no, I don't have extra dono money going. I don't have extra money at all for David Schurter. And anyway, I don't agree with I don't know what David Schurter is going on about. Like he's in a fight with Phoenix Enigma. He was in a fight with me once. Like I don't know what he's going on about half the time. So the only thing is like I support David Schurter. That's all. Because I know the same kind of bad people are after him. That's all. I know there are actual bad people like demonic evil spirit type people that are after him because of what he's been through and stuff. That's all. But he also picks fights with people I like. Like, I'm friends with Phoenix Enigma. Phoenix Enigma, I'm cool with, even though I definitely don't agree with him on everything. Um, but yeah, David Schroeder, I tune in, but I don't know what he's talking about. Dave Mesner, all these people he's accusing of murder and shit like that. I don't know. Charles Atwell, here, I'll read that 'cause it's a Bible quote. John 16:33. These things I have spoken unto you, that in me ye might have peace. In the world ye shall have tribulation, but be of good cheer. I have overcome the world. Amen. Amen. Nothing wrong with what Jesus said. Amen. So, and I might have to go back to church too. I kind of liked that Mormon church. It wasn't bad. They didn't have a big crucifix up with a naked Jesus on it because they wanted to sell, and they give you leavened bread and water instead of wine, which was really interesting. But I felt peaceful inside the Mormon church. So they tried to recruit me, but my beliefs are heretical because I believe Jesus survived the crucifixion, like the actual human being survived and went on to have children with Mary Magdalene, and that his bloodline continued and has continued through Christians, and that there are surviving Christians who are from the bloodline, including myself. Um, and that actually this is the time for, you know, something important to happen from that bloodline. So, and that's because of revelations I received directly. I sold my dad's house at the worst time. But you're so stupid, Gone. I didn't sell my dad's house. My dad sold his house. How was it the worst time? He had to go to a nursing home. You're going to get banned. So, my advice on Bitcoin has been spectacular. On gold, it's been spectacular. On silver, it's been excellent. Why would anybody take financial advice? Well, because if they did, they would have a lot of money. The only reason I have any savings is because of my financial advice, because I bought cryptocurrency. I bought Chainlink when it was 50 cents. It went up like 20x. I sold it and I bought Bitcoin and Ethereum. They went up a lot. I made some mistakes along the way, but the only reason I have money is because of my financial advice. If everybody had followed my financial advice, everybody in my chat would have more money. They would have Bitcoin. They would have been buying Bitcoin when it was $12,000. They would have been buying silver when it was $15. I didn't sell my dad's house, idiot. And don't time them out. Can't you ban them? Or do I have to ban them because of the access that you guys have? Don't time them out. Make them invisible forever. It says they're timed out for 86,000 seconds. That's not good enough. So it's funny they come in after a quote from Jesus Christ. Why would any Oh, there you go. You got it, Birkin. Okay, good. Yeah, don't time them out. Just ban them forever. They're not going to get better. Hide them. Yeah, just hide them. That's the same thing. Hide forever, though. Don't time out. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have an option to ban either. Just do the one that says hide user on this channel. And then I think they don't even know that they've been hidden necessarily. Like, yeah, you guys got it. Sorry, I had to give you some instructions. Yeah, hide user on this channel. Yeah, that's what you do. I guess they'll keep coming back, but they don't bother me that much. So they're apparently in a state like I get updates from some people that are like, they're in a state of bewilderment. But I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't dox anybody. I didn't share customer information. So there's nothing really they can say. It was their choice to get involved with pedos because they're more likely to find murderers and people who are suicidal, and uh they like doxing people themselves. As far as I hear that they're the ones that dox everybody and try to get them killed. They might, as far as I know, they might be involved with murderers and gangsters and serial killers, and that's what I hear. I don't know anything about it, but thanks, Shotgun Chris. Oh, that's nice of you to say. Yeah, I'm glad some people were able to. Yeah, I mean, I definitely covered a lot of satanic ritual abuse. I covered because I covered the Hampstead case. That was one thing. Like I was. They wanted to make me like into a sacrifice. Just to be honest, they targeted me and wanted me to make me into like some kind of human sacrifice. So they had me cover the Hampstead case and then wanted to drive me insane and probably to kill myself as a result of that. That's when they catfished me and gave me the fake girlfriend and stuff, as far as I could tell. I mean, as far as I could tell. And I have witnesses and stuff. I have people who came forward and said they were involved in it and that it was true. So yeah, there was this like catfish situation where this girl pretended to be my girlfriend and then behind my back was involved in gang stalking me and then drove me into like a mental breakdown and then it was all planned out and everything. And the only reason I ended up okay is because I figured it out at like the last minute. But stuck on Chris, you say Ricky Dearman has a YouTube channel? Really? Yeah, it was Ricky Dearman's people who were communicating with Ricky Dearman's people were communicating with the people that were gang stalking me and using like black magic and stuff like that and telling them, and then they would tell them how to do it. They know the techniques to drive someone crazy. Like they know the techniques for gang stalking and stuff. Like they know what to do to trigger people who have mental health issues like I have. So, or who are gifted like I am, I guess. So they know exactly what to do and like in time and in space and everything like that. And they would do it. And then they would teach other people how to do it. And I have witnesses and stuff because I forgave the people, like people who were involved in it. There was like some females involved with it who came to me and like asked forgiveness and I gave them forgiveness. So but yeah, I was encouraged to cover Hampstead by that catfish girlfriend, I believe. Phil 47, and the peace of God, which passes all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus. Amen. Thank you. Never hurts to mention his name. The peace of God. Yeah, shalom. We're looking for peace. Yeah, but I was exposing Ricky Dearman and I played the full videos. Those full confessions used to be on the internet from those kids who were abused by that satanic cult in Hampstead. And they never got the people to show their tattoos. And then somebody in the UK who was involved in exposing it, I believe, got brought up on charges. They said he was a fantasist or something like that. If I was in the UK, they probably would have sent me to jail. But yeah, the Hampstead case, that was one. So it was like a sequence of events. I believe they wanted to turn me into a human sacrifice. I mean, I genuinely believe that. So by making me do it to myself, though. Either making me insane and now they're trying, and it's true. Like I have ruined my life in a lot of ways. So they're using that against me. And, it might be hard for me to find a place to live because of my history on the internet and stuff like that. And Gabe Hoffman constantly calling me a Holocaust denier. I mean, why does Gabe Hoffman waste his time calling me a Holocaust denier when all I said was that I didn't know if there was evidence, like I hadn't just seen the concrete evidence of the 6 million, which like they burned all the bodies. So like the 6 million number, it's not firm. Like everybody says it's an estimate. If you get down to it, everybody says it's an estimate. And like that's pretty much all I said in one video that I made on Twitter. And Gabe Hoffman like retweeted that again recently. And it's me in this video saying that, where I was like, I just haven't seen the evidence. That was literally all I said. Like, and I've seen some evidence where people say, and now there's people all over the internet saying that, talking, sharing videos of historical videos of people saying about the gas chambers and everything else. There's people all over the internet. Why does Gabe Hoffman waste his time on me? You have to ask yourself, like, why does Gabe Hoffman waste his time on me when he could go after Nick Fuentes, who's famous? Like, I'm nobody. I get no interaction on Twitter. I have 65 people tuned into my stream. Like, why do they waste their time? You have to, like, people have to ask, what's so important about me that they waste their time? Unless there is something important about me, you know? Like, uh, I don't know. You know, why not talk about Kanye West or Nick Fuentes or people who are literally famous or who get tons of interactions on Twitter? I get one like on Twitter. I don't even post anymore. I might delete my Twitter account, to be honest. I don't think there's any yeah, not fuck it. It's like there was no anti-Semitism before me. But it's like it's like the craziest shit, you know what I mean? It's like, why did they waste their time going after somebody who's a nobody on the internet by all metrics? They've deleted me by all metrics. You know what I mean? I used to have a big channel on the internet. People used to tune into me on the internet. I can imagine why they went after me when I used to get like an average of 10,000 views a video. But even then I wasn't that big. But I can imagine. And then during the Hampstead thing, maybe 30,000 views a video or something like that. But I don't want to say I am. Maybe I'm not, but I have to ask, like, they've won. I'm divorced. My wife has a restraining order against me. Um, I'm homeless. Like, and I have a nothing Twitter account. I'll probably delete it. Maybe I will. I have a nothing Twitter account. Like, less than 100 people tune into my show. I broadcast from my phone in a hotel room. I'm barely getting by. Like, they win. They won. Like, take the win. Like, and they're the ones acting like I'm hurting them. That's what's really crazy. Is it's like I'm hurting them. I had Top Feed Coco reach out to me. He was one of the ones who pretended to be my friend, with the Hoax Wars crew. He was like, "Oh, you're a shitty friend." I was like, "What did I do to you?" He was the one calling into my show saying the N word all the time and being racist all the time and fucking with me. Hey, thanks, Jelena. That's nice. Appreciate it. Positivity and healing is good. Thanks for that. Hope you're doing well, Jelena. But they're acting as if like I'm hurting them. You know what I mean? Like I somehow did something to Hoax Wars or to the people around Hoax Wars or whatever. Like something needs to be done to me. Like it's already done. It's already handled. So anyway, yeah, war is a racket. Accuse others of what they themselves are doing. Yeah, I guess that's it. So like they're the gang stalkers. They want to act as if I'm a gang stalker or something. It's crazy. So anyway, at least I'm feeling okay. I was feeling like I get this feeling through my head, like through my sinus cavities and stuff. and like the state of the world does not feel good to me a lot of times. So like I get this like this kind of not so good psychic feeling, and that's what I was feeling today. But I feel better now. Like I feel good being on the show. So you guys are very supportive. So I appreciate you guys. Thanks, Wandering One. You have a good name. I believe I'm a wanderer or a traveler. What do they call it? I think I came here from somewhere else and I have some kind of mission that I'm supposed to do. Like I came here somewhere else to inhabit this particular person known as Nathan Stoltman, this vessel. So wandering one, that's a good one. I'm wandering too. I came here from somewhere else to experience this human experience, which involves suffering. So and 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 I had my conversation with my creator and stuff. So wandering one, someday we'll be home again. Someday we'll be home again. But for now, we have work to do here, it seems like. It's sad, but it's beautiful at the same time, the suffering. So, Stuck on Chris, yeah, it's nice to see people care about each other. Yeah. Yeah, we have something good here. They want to disrupt it. People are nice to each other here. There's positive energy. So, King Ravana says, whoever brought me here will take me home. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe all of us are here from somewhere else. But and that's why I like to see people who are like who come back. They're like, "I haven't seen you for a while." It's like there's some kind of magnetic oh, there he is. Well, at least you're watching, Coco. Oh, you can't comment anymore. Coco's messaging me. So, forget Father, forgive me for I've sinned. Yeah, Charles Atwell, that 6 million number was definitely pre-programmed quite a bit. I shared a video about that. It was like they said there was gonna be a sacrifice. There was gonna be like a sacrifice of 6 million, like it was required or something. So yeah, it like kind of fulfilled prophecy. Coco said he never said the N word. Well, I guess he didn't, but he was racist. They're all racist actually against black people. I don't know why, but who's KJ Bud Beasy? Never heard of. I don't know who KJ is. I don't have many friends out there on the online world. I don't watch that many different videos. What do I watch? I listen to like history documentaries. I was trying something came up in my feed about Noah's sons. I started to listen to it, but then I wasn't that interested. I listened to like videos about history at night. AJ from Scariest Movie Ever channel. Oh, okay. I haven't watched that channel. Richie from Boston. Okay. Thanks, Wade Allen. Says, "You wish me the best. I'm going through a lot too, almost homeless, et cetera, et cetera. Hopefully can buy you some coffee soon." Okay. Yeah, I imagine a lot of people who are tuned in are going through similar experiences. We're drawn to each other. Like people have a magnetic attraction. So people who are interested in what I'm saying are probably interested because they can relate to it. It makes sense. So hopefully I can go back to doing a news show where I show funny clips and stuff. Nuck Fugget, last several years made you fatigued to the point of being borderline racist. Yeah, I can understand that. There are a lot of black people do some crazy shit. A lot of different races do crazy shit. It's funny to make fun of. I mean, I agree with that. I think there should be jokes. I like racist humor. Don't get me wrong. And I live around mostly white people here, which is one of the reasons probably it's so safe here in San Luis Obispo. So, but yeah, I don't know KJ or the Scariest Movie Ever channel. I'll have to look into it. People have to send me links. So so anyway, we talked about the AI takeover. The part of the AI takeover is also an alien takeover, probably like a reptilian takeover, where they feed like there are higher entities that feed off of our negative energy. So there are higher entities that feed off of our negative energy, including like heaven, though, in a way. Like we are made to suffer. Like suffering is necessary as a necessary part of this program. So we have to learn why we suffer and transmute it into something good, which is what I try to do by doing my show every day. So I hopefully can teach something by telling you what I'm going through and how I'm overcoming it every day and so forth. And hopefully you can see it. And hopefully I am overcoming it in a good way. I don't know. Like I have to try to follow Christ's example as best as possible, try to follow the word as best as possible, try to follow my heart as best as possible. But we have to learn why we suffer, learn to accept suffering and like move forward. And like even in the golden age, we still have to suffer, I think. I think. Although there is a Paul Simon song. He says, I believe in the future we will suffer no more. Maybe not in my lifetime, but in yours, I feel sure. So it's possible we'll get to somewhere where we don't have to suffer. So I'm watching the time tick. We'll probably do an hour today, I guess. But BZ said I should look that guy up. Okay. I'll look him up. What else you guys got going on? You feeling apocalypse vibes? So the title was about so Iran might be getting a nuclear bomb. Israel might be, as far as the news goes, Israel is talking about striking Iran, but this happens over and over again. So who knows if it's going to be real? Israel is talking about striking Iran. Iran is talking about nuclear bombs. Iran is talking about attacking U.S. bases, I believe, in Iraq. So we evacuated embassies in the Middle East in several places. War is a racket. What's the best place to send me info? If you could text it to me to the show phone number 650 gay taxi. That's the best way. 650-429-8294 or Twitter as long as I'm on there. But you can text me if you can. Then you can send me links there and everything. James Corbett got his deleted channel back. God, yeah, that'd be interesting to get my Richie from Boston got like 5 channels back, he said. So I don't know how I would get that. I don't know how I would get my channels back. I don't know if who to ask and all and so forth. But I was banned inappropriately because of the COVID vaccine. 650 gay taxi. 650 gay taxi. It's a Bay area code. But BZ or Shotgun Chris says there's an eerie vibe in 2025. Yeah, this could be it. I mean, somebody was talking about it today on Alex Jones. What's her name? I mentioned her name earlier. So I was watching a clip of that. So James Corbett explained in a recent stream. Okay, I'll have to see if I can check that out. So the Corbett report. Huh. I'll have to check out if I can get my channel back. Maybe I will. That'd be interesting. I wonder if it would be worth it or not. It's been banned since 2020. So I don't know if I'd have any followers left. I mean, it's weird. I'd have 100,000 subscribers. And yeah, I suppose it'd be worth it because I only have, how many do I have on that? I don't know, even remember how many I have on this channel. If it's 15,000 or 10,000 or somewhere in between. But all right, I think we got to an hour. I think that's good. Yeah, I might as well try. Orange says Flag Day may be false. Yeah, the 14th. All right. Thanks everybody for tuning in. Good to see you. An hour-long stream I think is good for today. I feel in the right amount of time. So hope you guys have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Same time, 4 p.m. Pacific time, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Please donate to the show if you can. Go to buymeacoffee.com/lift the veil. Cash App is $ LTV411, and you can buy t-shirts at truthclothing.io. And if you want to buy t-shirts in bulk, let me know. You can text me at the show phone number and we can talk about it. And for now, I should see you tomorrow, all things being equal. Okay. Thanks everybody. And thanks to all the haters and everything. All right. For now, that's what it is.